I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily. Jump in right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin pullback, day 2. Remember, I'm giving away $2,000 worth of Bitcoin end of the month. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Boom, free Bitcoin. Bitcoin daily chart. So I'm going to talk to you more about this bearish moon that technically happened yesterday. So we'll go in depth on this idea. It's crazy to see what I'm about to show you near the end of the video. Like, this stuff blows. And I'm not a palm reader. I discounted this for time and time again when somebody was showing me this, like, Chris, look, Chris, look, Chris. And I'm just continuing to discount it. And then I'm like, yesterday, I'm sitting here looking, and I'm like, dude, there's a bearish moon. Now it's like, okay, maybe there's something to that. Anyways, we're going to talk about this more at the end of the video. You guys won't believe some of the stuff I found. How relevant in all markets. If the moon has the power to move the oceans, why can't it move the market? Bitcoin daily chart. Okay, so you have this bearish engulfing candle, right? So all these candles right here, all these, it's like 7 days worth of green candles, right? Minus this one. But all this upside was negated in one candle. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. Then you had this trend line broken to the downside. Not a good sign. Right? There's red flags all over the place on this. Now you see this is the 200 simple, and the price action's holding using the 200 simple as support, right? So it's important that that holds. But one level I want you to pay attention to is this level, right? You see how the price action came down here and bounced, and then came down here and bounced. Okay, so this is a key level to watch. Now, even yesterday's red candle that bearishly engulfed all these still held that level. Now, today, we've got a daily candle close coming in about 3 hours. Today, we're going to close below that level. Not amazing, right? Potentially, we're working on a lower low on the daily chart, right? So if this is your previous low, your high, this is a lower low, then you have to start to think, okay, is this we're going to get a midterm downtrend out of this? You know, does this turn into something like we saw? And if this happens, right, we just have to understand that there's going to be run-ups and pullbacks and run-ups and pullbacks, and you'll still get good altcoin trading. But holding on to these altcoins, if this scenario plays out, when Bitcoin's in a downtrend, alt USDT pairs, 98% of them will slowly trend lower with Bitcoin. So we need to analyze this. We're going to talk about this more in the video. Now, this is Bitcoin CME futures 4 hour, and here it's more apparent. So just talk yourself through this price action, right? So all the sellers are right here. Why did this price action get rejected? Because all the sellers were right here, right? The buyers couldn't overpower the sellers. There were less buyers than sellers, and the price action got rejected, and it happened again, right? All right, so this is a key level already. Now, it came down here, and same thing, bounce. So you bounce, and then double bottom, right? So key level, right? This level was holding earlier, and then it was lost. And now, what you don't want to see is a bearish retest of this level and downside continuation. So the bulls, and just like this is pretty bearish, right? That this level's been lost. So it would be pretty bullish if the price action breaks above, and then you get upside continuation. And so this is where you'd open alt USDT paired longs if you get a break above this, right? If you try to open positions and stay in positions where Bitcoin is essentially in a downtrend, then over time you're in a losing situation as far as alt USDT pairs go, right? So, my stance on Bitcoin is, caution, use caution, right? Use caution. I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. We have been killing it. It's amazing how much better I've gotten, the group's gotten. It's phenomenal. I can't even believe how easy this market has gotten to trade. With experience, it happens, right? It just happens. Just like anything in life. The more you do something, the more you see it, the better you get. This person 8x'd his money in less than 2 weeks. 8x, 800% profits in less than 2 weeks, right? You have 10,000, then you have 80,000. This person, he says, you warned us about the correction yesterday, so I tightened my stops. I only lost 2%. Now I have cash to buy the dips. Thanks for the good info. And that's what this is about. Like, you have to be able to take profits, make money, and then do not ride the downtrends. This person, and we're going to talk about Solana in this video. I want to cover the fundamentals, and I think this is going to be a strong project going forward. So this person made 50% in 15 minutes on Solana because we've talked about it time and time again as being a strong coin. The strongest coins bounce back the fastest. This person On August 24th, he had $13,800 in his portfolio. Now, on the 8th, well, technically the 7th, he's got $80,000. He made $67,000. This is the biggest financial opportunity of our lifetimes. You have to make it count. I will make sure you're in the best, most profitable trading setups daily. Right now, if you go to the website, cryptorev.net, pay with cryptocurrency, you get 50% off if you pay for 6 months or if you pay for the year. With the year, you get an additional month for free. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, there is a monthly credit card option. If you look in the description of this video, there's a link to take you directly to the website. I still have some PayPal spots open. If you want to pay for the year with PayPal money transfer, just email me and I'll give you the instructions so you can pay with PayPal money transfer for 1 year only. These are some of the recent winners we've had: 603% gains, 304, 361, 321, 328, 323, 334, 219, banging. Okay, so this is a spot chart for Bitcoin. And again, you have this double bottom confirmation line and the bulls have to break above this level. 1 hour chart. And what you just don't want to see is this bearish retest idea get confirmed where the price action comes back up here, doesn't break above it, and then you get more downside, right? So that's the concern. I gave you guys this near setup on August the 2nd. 10,000 people saw this, and they had a ton of news and rebranding. They had a DAO acquisition, they had tons of news. But if we go back up here and we look, 283% profits out of near. And this was what I talked to you guys about. And some people, the advantage of the group is obviously like you get these constant reminders, and some people do well, like when they're constantly reminded, like, hey, these coins are strong. ADA, boom, banging. DOT hadn't taken off. It really still hasn't taken off. Atom, AVAX hasn't taken off. Sol, FTM, Luna, Near have boomed. Waves, will waves pop soon? So these are the coins I've been watching. The most important thing about buying these coins in the pullback is there has to be, strong technical reasons, but you want to be in the strongest coins, right? You want to be in the strongest coins. You got to be in the right coins, period. So this is Solana, and it's super fast. Just in a nutshell, let me just read this one-liner to you. It's faster than Visa. It already has a deflationary mechanism that Ethereum just added, and it's proof of stake, which Ethereum is trying to do. Very scalable, right? So it's already far superior than Ethereum. Extremely fast. And so there's people trading NFTs. On Ethereum, they're paying crazy ETH fees, right? And then on Solana, blockchain ecosystem, faster and extremely cheap. And so these are the ideas you have to look for. Like when I think about these setups and what setups to post and what setups are going to work out best, it's how are people going to perceive these and what use cases, potentially what problems this blockchain will overcome, and potentially like how does it compare to Ethereum. And so I gave you guys this setup. We started buying it here. You guys, I gave it to you a little bit later. But I mean, why does this coin have 532% gains? Like why this coin, right? So I think part of being really successful in this space is understanding why these coins are successful, why these coins pull 532% gains since July. What I want you to understand is like strong technical patterns is part of it. Fundamentals are too. News, obviously, but I think the use case here for Sol is amazing. Now, as far as buying Solana now, I mean, essentially, Solana is trying to break all-time highs, right? I mean, it's been in price discovery, and it's still continuing higher. I mean, there's just a ton of risk right now with Bitcoin uncertainty, right? I mean, your best entry would be potentially a bounce off this level. I mean, you can see what this previous double bottom did, right? Epic upside. I mean, that's your safest entry, but you need the actual bounce to be confirmed. Like, it's not like here, set some limit buy orders here, because what if it breaks down to the downside? Now, one thing about parabolic run-ups is you get parabolic drops just as fast, right? Bitcoin give you an edge at some point, and that's going to give you your best altcoin entry ideas. The Bearish Moon memo. I was looking at the Farmer's Almanac, and there's a Bearish Moon on the 7th, and obviously Bitcoin got wrecked. And it was a new moon on the 7th, and I talked about this on Twitter. But if you go back, and I just want to show you this, right, as an example. This is previous. This is the all-time high. of Bitcoin. I've talked about this before, but it just amazes me how relevant this is. You know, you can see you got bearish moon, pullback, bearish moon, pullback, bearish moon, pullback. All right, bullish moon, pump, bullish moon, pump, bullish moon, pump. Like it nailed the top, all the swing highs and swing lows of all this price action right here. Crazy. And the huge pullback. Now just look at the recent price action, right? The bullish moon, huge pump. Bearish moon, nah. I mean, you did have a little bit of a pullback. Then, you know, you got the move from $45,000 to $53,000 Bitcoin. And then bearish moon getting printed. Essentially, this should be here now. It just amazes me how valid this idea is. And I'm not a palm reader, but I did some research on this and I found out that if you traded moon phases versus just holding, if you buy and hold, right, you're obviously going to have tremendous profits, but you're going to have to deal with all these drawdowns and you're going to have to deal with all this exposure. And then when Bitcoin takes a hit, you take a bunch of losses, right? So trading moon phases equates to about 96% of the profits as a buy and hold strategy, right? With buy and hold, at some point, you still have to sell to realize your gains. Right? Trading moon phases, you're almost going to get the same amount of profits, but you're going to see significantly less drawdown and half the exposure of buy and hold. Right, and so I actually pulled this up. Really easy to trade. There's only 2 signals approximately every 4 weeks. Right, you only have it's like 1 signal every 16 days, as far as that goes. Is it perfect? No. Can you trade solely on this? Probably wouldn't recommend it. But it's interesting to see how successful it is. So this is actually the stock market, and it talks about the moon phases being very profitable, close to what your buy and hold strategy is. The downside of buy and hold is you'll have big pullbacks in crypto, and some people get locked onto these coins and they never sell and they ride through the bear market, right? At some point everything will top again. Hopefully people will potentially realize profits, hopefully at the top, based on a lot of the ideas we talk about. But it was just amazing to see that there's actually all kinds of information. I just thought, you know, this is something to kind of share with you guys, something that I've just recently started to pay attention to. Again, we've talked about it before, but something potentially that's relevant. As soon as Bitcoin stabilizes, I'm going to get these Kucoin gem picks out to you guys. Excited to have you guys. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.